They're probably somebody who's willing to pay for beats. What's going on YouTube? Taylor Prentice back here with another video. And this video is going to be about how to sell your first beat. So you see people on YouTube all the time, they're like, yeah dude, I sold like $10,000 worth of beats this month. And while that might not be attainable for everyone, selling your first beat definitely is. So I want to get into some of the ways that I was able to do that and help you guys get to that point. So let's get into it. First things first, you're going to want to have an online platform to where people can find your beats. So I recommend places like BeatStars or TrackTrain or like Airbit. I personally have a BeatStars and I try to keep it updated with new beats pretty much every month. One of the biggest misconceptions though with having an online beat store is that uploading there is magically going to get you beat sales, which is definitely kind of what I thought when I first got started. I was like, oh, people will just find my beats on there, right? But it's so saturated and there's so many people on there selling beats. You really have to make yourself stand out and you really have to drive traffic to your site from other places. So really, selling beats online is more about marketing than it is about creating a quality product. I've seen people that have like some pretty iffy beats be really successful at selling because they've got the marketing down to a T. And I've also seen people that make like industry quality beats not be able to really get any sales because their marketing is not on point. That's actually kind of why I got away from selling beats online, is because I was really having trouble getting traffic to my site, and I was spending a lot more time on that kind of stuff than I was on like actually making beats. So I just kind of got away from it because it wasn't right for me personally. But I don't want to deter any of you guys away from that. Especially like some people who don't live in states where they can just go to the studio and be around people who make music. Obviously, like those people are kind of dependent if they want to make a living on selling beats online, which it's definitely possible. There are people out there who are super successful. So just because I'm saying it didn't work for me doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. And there's all kinds of videos on YouTube and mentors for people that want to market their beats or just sell stuff online. You should definitely go check out like DJ Pain One and people like that if you're interested. I know like Beat Demons has even done some stuff with BeatStars talking about like how to sell beats online and stuff. So there's a lot of good information out there on how to sell beats online, and you guys should definitely go check that out. But I just don't want people to think that you automatically will just start selling beats if you start uploading beats, because I had like 150 beats on my BeatStars before I ever got my first sale, and it actually was random. Like I don't know who the guy was really, and he never even ended up making a song with the beat he bought. But yeah, it was like I just woke up one day and had a sale, which was awesome, but it's so inconsistent and was so random that it's only ever happened twice where I've had somebody like that I haven't interacted with previously just buy a beat. And while it is like a really cool feeling, it's not something that is sustainable if you want to make a living or just make like good side income from making beats. It's not the route you want to take. You definitely want to be more consistent with it and get people to your site, whether it be just building your brand as a person or running like ClickFunnels. There's all kinds of creative ways. Like I've said, you just got to go find them and see what works for you and what doesn't. So it seems kind of dumb that if I'm not trying to sell beats online, then it's like, why am I paying like $180 or whatever it is to have my BeatStars page up for the year? And I actually use it more of a place to just store my beats for clients to go look at them. So most of the people I meet with will be like, hey, send me some beats so I can like get a feel for what your sound is. And rather than me going to my laptop or having to have my laptop with me and making like a Dropbox and sending them 50 beats with random sounds and like random types of beats, I can just send him to my site, which is super easy for me because it's just one link that I get to send to him. And it's a lot better for the clients because say I'm sending beats to a client who's like a street rapper. If I have beats with pictures of like The Weeknd that say like The Weeknd pop type beat, they're just gonna skip over that beat when they're on my website and go to like the Lil Dude type beat, DMV type beat, whatever, because it's just more fitting. So it saves you time and it definitely saves the artist time. So it's a win-win having your beats published somewhere that you can always access them, and to have like what type beats they are in place and have descriptive words so people know what they're getting into before they just start clicking through a bunch of beats, because it can be a huge waste of time if you're sitting there listening to 20 beats to send out to somebody and you don't know like if it fits their sound at all. And like I said earlier, I've strayed away from like selling beats online because I just have way more success in person. I feel like I'm a pretty personable person, so it's pretty easy for me to build relationships with people, especially people that I like vibe with or whatever. So I've had a lot of success gaining clients and stuff just by going to the studios and meeting people that way, you got to keep in mind, if someone's willing to go to the studio and pay for studio time, they're probably somebody who's willing to pay for beats as well, because they probably take their craft pretty seriously. And most people who go to studios, I've noticed, are people who have like more respect for producers, it seems like, just because like there's money involved, and whenever money is involved, people are usually a little bit more serious and like courteous to whoever they're dealing with. It's always the people that don't want to pay for anything that expect the most out of you, which at some point you just kind of got to start ignoring those people. When you're getting started out, it is important to help build your brand and get your name out there, to work for free and do stuff for free. But at a certain point, like once you get so much experience under your belt, you kind of have to stop working for free, because people just like won't respect you, essentially, is what I'm getting at. Like I watched the Kanye documentary last night, and it's like, bro, he had songs on Blueprint and people were asking him for free beats. It's like, man, you can't be doing that stuff. It's just disrespectful at the end of the day. And producers tolerate a lot of disrespect, and we need to stop, really, because we don't deserve that, and we deserve to be treated like actual musicians and part of the craft. And there are a lot of people that will pay for beats and will appreciate your craft, so you need to just make sure that those people know that you appreciate them, and you need to make them kind of more of a priority when it comes to making beats and stuff. Like if somebody's paying you like $100 every month or whatever for like a beat or two, you're gonna take them way more seriously than you're gonna take like so and so who's like, hey bro, send me some beats in your DMs on Twitter. It's like, yeah, you just need to appreciate the people who appreciate you, and build meaningful relationships through that. And those meaningful relationships will turn into really good music, because it's hard to make music, like good music, with people when there's like tensions about payments or just stuff like that. So it's always way less of a struggle when you're working with somebody who is good with money and is willing to pay you for your time and is just respectful all around. And I've built some great relationships through people that buy beats. One of the random guys that I was talking about earlier that I sold a beat to online, Amandi Music, we actually have a song together, and we like chat and stuff on Instagram and all that every once in a while. And he's a super cool dude. And that never would have happened if I wasn't just randomly putting beats on my BeatStar. So like I said, I mainly use it for meeting with clients and having stuff to where I can send somebody so they can get like a feel for my sound and like what kind of beats I make. But you will get those occasional random sales, which is nice. Another way to expand your brand and hopefully get some more sales is to just collab with people. So if you feel like you're really fire but don't really have like the clients or like a fan base or just any traffic to your sites, you might want to reach out to somebody who's a little bit bigger, because maybe they have like a bunch of clients waiting and stuff, but they just need loops or specific things to help them sell beats. I know like a lot of times I'll have people hit me up for like certain types of beats, and I'll like go to certain loop makers when I know like I need a certain type of loop for that beat, because it just makes the process a lot easier. So at the end of the day, you need to just make sure that you're providing value to the community, whether it be like giving away free beats or free loop kits for other producers. You just need to find ways to build your personal brand and give value to the people, because if people aren't getting value from like your account or whatever, why are they going to follow you, and why are they going to pay for something that they're not even sure if the value is actually there? So that's something to keep in mind, is just other people's perspectives of you, because a lot of times as producers, we're like, yeah dude, everyone should pay me for my beats are hot, like I'm fire. And while you might think that, an artist might look at you and be like, I don't care about a dude, like sure he makes okay beats, but me buying his beat isn't going to help me get any notoriety. Like nobody knows his tag, nobody follows him, like nobody cares that he's a producer. So which like sucks, especially if you make really good music. But at the end of the day, music is really like more about who you know than what you know, and it's more about having like a successful brand and marketing more than it is making good music, which sucks. And like I said earlier, if your beats aren't quality and stuff, you're gonna struggle a lot more selling beats. It obviously helps, but obviously like if you really look at the music market, marketing is more important than the quality of music, which is not good, is not fun. I've seen people with terrible beats sell like tons of beats, and I've seen people that make amazing beats not be able to sell them at all. So you got to keep in mind marketing is a huge deal, and whether that be like in person or online, there's different ways to go about it. And like sliding in people's DMs being like, hey bro, you want to buy some beats, is definitely not the right way. Spamming people's like Twitter with random tweets being like, hey bro, beats $50 today, buy here, blah blah, is not the way. You need to definitely provide real value, build real relationships, and throughout time those will help lead to other clients and just more sales. So yeah, pretty much like a quick wrap up. The first thing you need to do, definitely get a platform to where people can find your beats at all times. And 2, if you want to take the online route, find ways to drive traffic to that site. And 3, if you're doing it in person, just go out and meet people and be in places where you can play your music and just be like a cool person. Don't be like some douchebag that's all about like the money, and just build real relationships, because real always wins and people will pay for real. So yeah, you really just want to make sure that you're adding value, you're building relationships, and you're able to drive stuff or people to your site, because at the end of the day, if you're not driving people to your site, you're probably not going to have anyone buy it, because if there's no eyes on it, who's going to buy it? If you're just somebody that people don't like, you're also not going to have any success like selling beats in person and stuff. So really it's just about being a good dude, being likable, being professional, and being consistent, because people don't want somebody that makes like 1 beat a year and is just done, because people want to build their catalog and release music consistently. And if you want somebody to grow as an artist, they need to be able to release music consistently. And if you're not making beats consistently, you're not gonna be able to grow with them. So they're gonna find somebody else if they take it seriously, or they'll just never grow themselves, which doesn't do anything for anybody. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I feel like I did a lot of rambling, and I've shot this video like 4 or 5 times. I'm having like camera problems, so I'm not sure if I said everything that I wanted to say, but I hope I did. And if you guys are still watching, I've got a free loop kit down below, so you should definitely check that out if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to this point, if you could hit that like and subscribe, it would be awesome, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.